Would deputies really threaten a mother's unborn child to get what they want? That's what the wife of Michael Astorga testified. And the Corrales Bosque fire from Sky Ranger. And on the ground, what's next for evacuated residents? Good afternoon, I'm Mike Powers. A fire that blew up in the Bosque in Corrales last night continues to burn today. We have team coverage starting with Sky Ranger over the fire, and this is a live look. We do have some really good news on this. Our pilot reporter Bob Martin told me just a few moments ago that the firefighters are clearly in the mop-up stage right now. It is indeed great news. As far as Bob can see, there's no active flames that we're looking at from Sky Ranger, but you can see considerable damage there. Bob could see small groups of firefighters putting out some hot spots. Of course, this fire started last night. No cause of it has been determined yet, but there was great concern because of the strong winds that we've been experiencing, and the fire did cause about 100 homes to be evacuated. Crews have been dealing with those high winds over the last 18 hours or so, which have made it more difficult to keep that fire from spreading. Residents evacuated from their homes are still being kept out. News 13's David Romero is live in Corrales with more on this. David?
Well, Mike, public safety officials met with residents just about 2 hours ago here at the Corrales Rec Center, and they told them if they need to go home, get some essentials, and then get right back out. Now, the fire is being kept within an area that has been separated from the other spots with a bulldozed line. The total containment at this hour is still at 15%. 34 acres have burned, and 100 homes have been evacuated. The fire is being kept on the west side of the Bosque and south of Meadowlark Road. It started around 7 last night, and winds quickly swept the flames north across the Levee Road, as you can see in these images from Sky Ranger. A number of agencies are still working to fight the fire, including Bernalillo and Sandoval counties and the cities of Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. The joint team known as the Albuquerque Zone Incident Management Team is handling the blaze as we speak at this moment. By land or by air, winds are making the fire hard to fight.
We usually don't use slurry in the bosque or along riparian areas or in the water due to the fish. We do have access to helicopters if we need them for helicopter drops. Once we get the dozer lines in place and everything's taken care of, we should be in pretty good shape for the next few shifts.
Now, as we mentioned, the winds are a problem, but they have calmed down considerably from what they were this morning. And, of course, in that town meeting a short while ago, residents were told that they still cannot return home at this time because it's considered too dangerous, and because many residents in the area have farm or animals, they're asking them to cooperate with one another if those animals have to be moved to safety. Mike, back to you.
Okay, David, thank you for that update. Now, if you are a resident of Corrales and you've been evacuated and you want to know more about what's going on, you can call the village at 897-0502. Or check our website, krqe.com. But once again, it looks like most of that fire, if not all of it, has been put out. And our wildfire coverage continues right now with meteorologist Jason Laney and a look at the current conditions out there. Jason?
All right, Mike, as we did find out, the winds have come down. Now, we're not completely out of the woods altogether once it comes to the wind. Notice still some 13 to 15 mile per hour breezes sustained around the Albuquerque metro. But now we've got a corridor of stronger winds up over the northeastern part of the state, and that's where this morning's cold front pretty much so has set up shop for late this afternoon. We've taken Albuquerque off the wind gust map. As a matter of fact, winds are only gusting at most about 15 miles per hour out there. Still some stronger gusts up around Santa Fe, but by and large, it's still going to be right here in the northeastern part of the state where we find most of the wind today. And because the wind has now moved east of the Central Mountain Chain, this area along the Central Mountain Chain and right on up through the east slopes of the Sangre de Cristo there, looking at the highest fire danger today, red flag warnings in effect for those areas until 6 o'clock or so tonight. Basically, it looks like this in the metro. We'll stay breezy, but we have brought the temperature down a little bit. 75 our afternoon high. We're going to be a little warmer tomorrow and keeping the dry trend going, but even tomorrow looks like the wind will kind of stay down around the area, Mike.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jason. Now, firefighters continue battling a large wildfire inside Carlsbad Caverns National Park. The fire has doubled to more than 8,000 acres since Saturday and is only 5% contained. More than 100 firefighters are working the fire along with 2 helicopters and 3 tankers. No structures are threatened at this time. And the H12 fire is burning about 50 miles west of Raton. About 850 acres have burned there, 30 of which have spread over the state line into Colorado. The blaze started as a controlled burn, then turned into an uncontrolled fire. One structure is threatened there. The fire is said to be 10% contained. Be sure to stay with KRQE News 13 and KRQE.com for continuing wildfire coverage. We'll have updates for you in every newscast.